still owns the record for the longest title reign in UFC history, nearly 2,500 days. Anderson the Spider Silva, and I guess, DC, with no mandatory retirement age, this guy might go forever. Anderson
Silva is one of the greatest fighters of all time. One of the guys that when you think of mixed martial arts and you think of the UFC, you immediately think of the Spider. You think of the highlight reel, winning the belt from Rich Franklin, the up kick on Vitor Belfort, the knee against Stephan Bonner, the bobbing and weaving against Forrest Griffin. He has a highlight reel a mile long, one of the most fantastic martial artists the sport has ever seen.
And still proving to be competitive in his mid-40s. That is the goal again tonight for one of the best to ever do it, Anderson the Spider Silva. Anderson the Spider Silva steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. All right, so here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, George Rush St-Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing of beauty.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St-Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St-Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had George St-Pierre, he truly changed the game.
George Rush St-Pierre has graced the octagon. He's ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Anderson the Spider Silva. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, George Rush St-Pierre.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. Well, DC is a charismatic guy. I have never seen you more giddy before a fight in my life, because before the super fight was in vogue, the super fight everybody talked about, Anderson Silva versus George St-Pierre.
And now we finally get it. We had to wait so long, but to watch two of the consensus greatest fighters of all time locked in an octagon, long-reigning welterweight champ versus long-reigning middleweight champ, finally get to settle the debate. It was historic. It's a big night. The arena's buzzing. Let's get started. He's hurt bad. Oh, no.
He's been working hard defensively. Kick block there. Well, he's had his striking on point tonight, and as evidence, some swelling now on his opponent.
Yeah, light swelling right now. But if he doesn't address it immediately, it'll turn to something much worse. Oh, high kick.
Man, back and forth we go, and early on, these guys getting after it.
They told us it would be fun, and so far, they've delivered. Oh, right hand.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here. GSP gets tattooed with that hook. He's gonna have to change some things here.
He's grabbing the back of the head, pulling forward on the head, and then landing those beautiful punches. Really's got his opponent on notice here.
Crazy numbers round one. Silva's bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am. Back to the overhand left, no good. Oh, nice combination there. That was vintage Anderson Silva. He has really put in all the right work in terms of recovery. Trying to get the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got hurt bad.
Big elbow there, lands.
Fight back.
Well, no surprise there as he lets his opponent stand back up. All right, well, good news is he...
Both unwilling to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight. Oh my goodness, what a right hand. Another one.
Beautiful diving strike lands. Oh, heavy shots raining down. All right, so perhaps he's gonna have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, that's got to be discouraging as he gets right back up again. Big left hook coming, it's blocked. You see, he is hurt. That's it.
Holy smokes.
What a result in Rio, a stunner. We go inside the octagon now where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 59 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, George Rush St-Pierre!
Well, you sort of had an inkling that this might